You might not like me by the end of this video, but that's completely fine because it's not my job to be your best friend. It's my job to help you lose body fat. So by the end of this video, you're gonna know 5 of the no BS fat loss truths that I wish somebody told me when I was 320 pounds. It would have saved me time, energy, and effort, and it should help you lose fat faster and navigate all of the BS that you see online. So let's jump right into number 1. How fast should you actually lose the weight? There's tons of conflicting information upon this online. You have multiple sources saying 1 pound a week is sustainable. Only do what's sustainable. Any faster and you're going to quit and lose all of your muscle mass. You have other sources saying 4 pounds a week is all you should do. Anything less and you're going to be wasting your time. So what should you actually do? Who should you believe? There's multiple different answers to this, which is what makes this a tough question. And it all depends upon your starting point. For the average person, 1 to 2 pounds a week is a great point to be in. You're not going to experience muscle loss if you know what you're doing with your training and your nutrition. And you're going to see results week over week that are actually visible within the mirror. But for me, at my starting point when I was 320 pounds, that was not fast enough for me. I lost 50 pounds in the first 4 months of dieting. So what you have to understand is the heavier you are, the more you should be losing in those first 4 to 5 months of fat loss. Take my client here, for example. In the first 4 months of dieting, he's lost around 35 pounds. This is a great rate for him. It's what feels sustainable. It's what feels easy to him. And that is why we've chosen that. We could go faster, yes, but that would mean we'd have to reduce calories further, add more cardio in, and that's just not something that we're willing to do right now with his work schedule. So to give you an actual concrete answer here, I want you to rate yourself by body fat. If you're around 20 to 25% body fat, 1 to 2 pounds a week is great. If you're 30 to 40% body fat, I would say anywhere from 2 to 4 pounds per week is exactly where you should be. Because the truth that nobody has told you is sustainable fat loss should be fast. You do not have to choose between sustainable or fast fat loss. Just because you're losing weight slowly does not make it sustainable. Because if you think about it, if you don't see visible changes week over week over week, you're probably not going to stick to the plan. So that's why we do have to go with something faster. But on the other hand, if you're losing too much weight too fast, you're incurring muscle loss, you're not smart about your nutrition, you're doing too much cardio, you're probably going to burn out. And that's where we see all of the yo-yo dieting. And that's why people come into my DMs looking for help because they've been doing yo-yo dieting for years looking for a way out. Number 2, what should you actually do when you're hungry and you don't want to eat anymore because you want faster fat loss? There's a couple different answers to this question once again. Now, the first answer to this is, would you eat plain chicken and plain broccoli and plain rice? If the answer to that is no, chances are you're actually not that hungry. You're just looking for something tasty. Maybe you're stressed. Maybe you just want something to do, or maybe you're just bored. Now, the other answer to this question is Greek yogurt. That is one of the best foods to fill you up for not a lot of calories, to help you lose fat and stay full. One of my favorite recipes for this is actually one of my first viral posts on Instagram, gathering me over 1 million views. All you're going to do is take a tub of Greek yogurt, of plain, non-fat Greek yogurt, and pour 1 box of sugar-free Jell-O cheesecake mix in there. And what you're left with is super low calorie, fat loss friendly cheesecake filling in a bowl that you can just go to town on. Number 3, how do you actually keep the weight off? Part of this depends solely on how you lose the weight. If you're not losing the weight in a sustainable way, then chances are it's going to be very difficult for you to keep the fat off. Now, you also have to take into account the identity part. So this is why I have the identity phase in my MROI phase at the end that I take all of my clients through. What we do in this phase is we will work through the identity part to where we are actually changing your lifestyle and your habits for long-term changes. And it's not just another 90 or 180 day diet where you lose some weight, put it all back on. So the tough answer here is you're gonna have to change your lifestyle, your identity, and your habits, because the only way to see lifelong changes is to prepare and do the same things for the rest of your life, which is why I don't support fad diets like keto carnivore, or even extreme intermittent fasting. Now, all have their place, all work for some people, which is great. But if you actually want to keep the weight off for the rest of your life, medications, fat loss, crazy fad diets, or GLP-1s are not what's going to do that for you. It's changing your lifestyle and your habits, and it's a very tough conversation that you have to have with yourself. Are you willing to do this for the rest of your life? If you're not, well, you're probably not going to see fat loss keep off for the rest of your life. You're probably going to be in that yo-yo. So until you've made that sacrifice of, I am never going back to my previous way of living, you will not be able to keep the weight off unless you continuously just follow some crazy fad diet that makes you miserable, or take random pills and injections that you don't fully understand what are doing to your body and cost you tons of money each month. It kind of sucks if you do it right. So I want to go back to the previous point here where I'm saying you have to change your lifestyle and your habits to see lifelong results. The part is, that's difficult. It's not easy. And anybody telling you that it is easy has not had to actually go through that. They've never had to lose 50, 100, 150 pounds like you have or like I have. So the problem here is you have been told that this entire time it's going to be easy, that it shouldn't be hard for yourself. You take these 3 tips and it makes it easy for you. That's the problem. You've been fed a lie by everybody that it's supposed to be easy. And you've been looking for the easy way out, looking for shortcuts this whole time, when in reality, the true answer is you follow sustainable lifestyle and habit changes to keep the weight off for life. And until you accept that, the weight will probably not stay off. Number 5 is going to be the most controversial one on the entire list. This is to stop running. Please stop running, guys, especially if you are the target audience for this video, which is somebody with over 50 pounds of body fat to lose. When you're carrying a lot of weight on your frame like that, it puts immense pressure on your joints, on your hips, your knees, your ankles, and your lower back. And all of this does is prime you for injury, prime you for burning out, and feeling worse than when you didn't even do anything. This is exactly why ellipticals were made. The elliptical is the best cardio tool to lose fat. It's extremely low pressure in your joints. There's no hard bouncing on your ankles, your knees, your hips, your lower back. It's very smooth. You also have a crazy return on investment for your energy in the form of calories burned. Because as we know, the only way to predictably lose body fat is by reducing the amount of calories you eat or increasing the amount of calories you burn. Now, the elliptical is going to be one of the most efficient ways to burn calories. So this is perfect then, because now we know that running is probably not the best option for you if you look like me in this picture. So instead, what I did was I did a lot of elliptical if I wanted to burn some extra calories. In reality, though, the harsh truth is, you don't need cardio to lose weight. You don't need to go to the gym to lose weight. The real problem here for you, for me, was nutrition. The easiest lever to pull to actually lose a ton of body fat like I have, like my clients have, is to control your nutrition. It sucks. It's not very fun to reduce how many calories you're eating and make smarter choices. But unless you want to do an hour run for the rest of your life every single day and do keto, carnivore, not eat until 4 p.m., this is the way to do it. You change your lifestyle, you change your habits, you start actually watching what you eat. Maybe you track for a month just to get a great idea of what you're actually putting into your body. And then you can just go on autopilot from then to actually change the way that you're eating long term. And that wraps everything up. If you are looking for some guidance on your journey to actually do this the right way, and you're looking for some one-on-one support, check out my website in the description of this video. In there, you'll find 2 things. You'll find the option to book a call directly with me, or you'll find the option to take my free fat loss audit so you can find out where to start, what's been going wrong, and it'll build you a free plan for you to get started as well. That's all I have to cover in this video. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.